and welcome back to Alice Talks Football. And Manchester United have finished third in the Premier League. Who would have thought that come December time, come January time, if someone said to me Manchester United will finish third, I would have said rubbish. If someone said to me that Leicester would drop out the top four, I would have said rubbish. So although we've put in a bad performance today, although we put in a bad performance our last couple of days, I'm in a very good mood because Manchester United will be playing Champions League football next year. We will not be playing in the Europa League. We'll be playing Champions League football next year, and that means Jadon Sancho is a lot more likely and we have more fun. So I think that's really positive. And today's video is 5 things we learned from Manchester United 2, Leicester 0. It was a nervy game. There was points where I thought we were going to lose it. I don't think Leicester were good. I don't think we were good. But let's get into 5 things we learned versus Leicester City. 2-0 win to Manchester United. Third place. Comment your thoughts on the game in the comment section down below. Hit that like button. Subscribe down below. Let's get into it. The first point. Now, I'm going to start with positive. For me, Victor Lindelof, man of the match. I actually think at times this season Victor Lindelof has been our best centre-back. I think in the air Harry Maguire is better, but Victor Lindelof was very good today, man of the match. Another clean sheet for Manchester United. I think he's really grown this season, maybe one of our most improved players. You know, I think Victor Lindelof is a solid centre-back. I still think we need another centre-back, we need a quicker centre-back, because I don't think Lindelof and Maguire quite work together. But we know that Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire are both solid centre-backs. They just need a good partner. And I think, for me, I think defensively we were pretty good today. I don't think Leicester had many clear-cut chances. All Leicester's chances came from silly fouls. Some of the fouls that the ref gave I thought were quite light. I thought the ref was quite nice to Leicester. But all Leicester's chances came from silly fouls, silly free kicks. But Leicester didn't really have any clear-cut chances. I think they had 1 or 2 chances. But I think, to be honest, we played bad, but I think we actually had more chances than Leicester City. And for me, I wanted to start on a positive, and that is Victor Lindelof, man of the match. I think he's been very solid and consistent over the last few games. He's a player that doesn't get the recognition he deserves. I think Luke Shaw and Victor Lindelof, they're both solid players, but they make the odd error. But I think throughout the season, I think Luke Shaw and Victor Lindelof throughout the whole season have been quite good, quite consistent. I think Harry Maguire's been good, but he's an £80 million player. He's our captain. You maybe expect a bit more from him, but I thought I have to say Victor Lindelof, man of the match for me. Which asks the question, who's better, Lindelof or Maguire? Let me know in the comment section down below. Who do you think is better, Victor Lindelof or Harry Maguire? Now, the second thing we learned is Manchester United could not get the ball flowing. We were missing so many passes. Again, it was like we forgot how to pass. So many misplaced passes, so many sloppy mistakes. We'd get the ball in the final third and then Rashford just couldn't find that pass to Martial, or Rashford just overhit it. I thought it was a really poor game from Marcus Rashford. I thought Mason Greenwood and Anthony Martial were decent, but I thought Marcus Rashford was poor. I think going forward, I thought Bruno Fernandes was pretty poor. I thought Pogba was pretty poor. I think today we were poor because we couldn't get passes going. And this is the third, fourth game in a row where we've not been able to string passes together. We've not been moving the ball quick enough. And it's like, what's happened to our passing? Bruno Fernandes is a brilliant passer, but today he was one of the worst passers in the world. It was worse than Andres Pereira. You know, I just thought the passing was awful. We started good for about 10 minutes. We had a good 5-minute spell before half time, and then we were pretty poor throughout the whole game. We had the odd spell where we looked like making stuff happen, but I thought today the passing was poor, and I think we do need to work on our passing, because we've seen what we can do with Bruno Pogba, quick passing against like Bournemouth and Brighton. We need to see more of that on a consistent basis. And the one thing we've learned about Manchester United this season is we've not been consistent. We're an inexperienced squad. When pressure comes, we do start to crumble. The third thing we learned is I think we need a CDM. Now, Nemanja Matic has had a pretty decent season, but when I look at Wilfred Ndidi, I thought Wilfred Ndidi did boss the midfield. I actually thought he was one of the best players on the pitch. And I think Nemanja Matic, he's ageing. You know, McTominay and Fred, they aren't out-and-out CDMs. Obviously, we got rid of Fellaini. We do need an energetic young CDM. And I think Wilfred Ndidi would be the perfect player to play CDM for Manchester United. He had that energy. He's a tackler CDM. He can shield the defence. I think this game proves we need a CDM because Matic can't do it week in, week out. Matic is an old player that's on a decline. You know, he's slow, he's going to age. And I think, you know, Matic is still a good player. He's still an important player for the team. But I think Manchester United really need a CDM. I think we need to look at Sakaria and Ndidi, even Asuman, because I do think Matic is our only out-and-out CDM at the club, and we can't rely on him every week because he's going to get tired. He's an old player, he's on the decline, he's ageing. It's like relying on Mata every week. So I think we have learnt that we do need a CDM, and I've always thought we needed a CDM, but I think this game really showed, like, look at Ndidi, I thought he bossed in midfield. We need another CDM. The fourth thing we learnt is there was lots of poor performances, but we pulled through. Now, the only people that I thought were okay, I don't think anyone was amazing, but the only people I thought were okay today was the defence. And to be honest, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Brandon Williams, I don't think they were bad, but they were like 5, 6 out of 10. De Gea, probably 6 out of 10. Lindelof and Maguire, I'd maybe give them a 7 out of 10, maybe, or Maguire a 6, Lindelof a 7. I don't think the midfield was good. I thought the midfield was poor. I thought Rashford was poor. I thought Greenwood was decent. I thought Martial was decent. Greenwood and Martial won the penalty with that great ball from Greenwood. And obviously Martial won the penalty. Martial won a lot of key fouls, held up the ball, helped, waste time towards the end. Greenwood made a good run and almost scored a header early on. Greenwood and Martial I thought were pretty decent. I thought the defence was pretty decent. But it just showed that, we had a lot of decent, poor performances and we managed to pull through, which links me to the fifth thing that we learned, is that Manchester United can play bad and win. Now, obviously, for me, the performance is really important, but today the result was 10 times more important than the performance. And I think today's proved that our last few games, we've not been playing well, but we still pulled through, we still won. Did we deserve to win our last couple of games? Maybe not. But it just shows that, Liverpool this season, they've had some poor games and they've won. They won the league, and it just shows that we know what we can do on our day, but we can still win when we're not on our day. It shows that obviously we need depth, we need consistency, we need a few more players to bulk up the midfield. The players look tired. There's still places to work on. But today's another game where we've played poor and we've not lost. I thought our last 4 Premier League games, we've looked poor, but we've not actually lost any of them. And I think that's really important. You need a team that's going to play well most weeks, but you need a team where there's going to be a week where they play bad, but they still pull through the result. I thought Ollie tactically wasn't the best today, but I thought the last 20 minutes was managed really well, putting McTominay on. I thought Lingard was a really good substitution to make. He got the goal. Lingard's going to run at them. That's what he does. That's probably his last ever game for Manchester United, and he's got a goal. But that is 5 things we learned from Manchester United 2, Leicester 0. Manchester United will be playing in the Champions League next season, so that is why I'm really happy, despite not the best performance in the world, but we won 2-0. Thank you for watching. Please hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video, and I'll see you next time. Let me know your match thoughts.